that is unfolding with characteristic spikes of killings.
Fire all the villages in downtown from four to five sides they came. The police are giving protection to them, not to the Rohingya Muslims, so that they can do as they like.
So increasingly exposed to police violence.
Why they kill these innocent people?
She studied in Oxford, then worked at the UN in New York, married a Brit and lived with him and their two sons back in Oxford. West showed that Myanmar was now on the right track and that the time seemed ripe to consider a gradual lifting of the sanctions. In fact, it suited the West, and it led to a steady stream of foreign ministers and heads of government jostling each. A week later, she also got the newly created function of State Councillor. They were increasingly exposed to police violence, rape, forced labor. Hundreds of thousands fled to Bangladesh in 1978, and in the early 1990s, 250,000 fled. In 2012, serious disturbances emerged again, which the army put down with brute force. No word about this from Aung San Suu Kyi, the newly crowned member of parliament, winner of the Nobel Peace Prize because of her non-violent struggle for democracy and human rights. After several months, an unknown number of deaths, and tens of thousands of Rohingya fleeing the country, the violence ebbed away. The process of exclusion continued. At the rural census of 2014, the Rohingya were forced to make a choice to either register as Bengali or not register at all. They literally did no longer count. Not a word from Aung San Suu Kyi. And again, they are terrorized, violently removed from their native soil, locked up in camps, excluded from education and primary health care. Not a word from Aung San Suu Kyi. See here the tragedy. Sometimes obnoxious art being seriously fights on to achieve her highest goal. Another significant fact concerns the role of the state religion, the Theravada Buddhism. In the West, Buddhism may be seen as a peace-loving religion, but it is an intriguing question what this qualification is based on. The history of the last millennium in what is now called Myanmar is anything but peaceful. It is a litany of serious and large-scale bloodshed, a war of everyone against everyone. Buddhism has not changed anything there. Maybe this is a good moment to return to that Nobel Peace Prize for Aung San Suu Kyi. One of the first things she did when she was free to travel again was to catch a plane to Norway to receive her prize from the Norwegian Nobel Committee. On June 16, 2012, in Oslo, she told her audience that she was still fighting for democracy and human rights in Burma. She concluded her speech with the call, "Ultimately, our aim should be to create a world free from the displaced, the homeless and the hopeless. A world of which every corner is a true sanctuary, where the inhabitants will have the freedom and the capacity to live in peace." About the minorities in her own country, Aung San Suu Kyi remained silent. But the pressure from outside rose. Human Rights Watch called the situation in the Rakhine state in 2016 ongoing ethnic cleansing, and Amnesty International described the actions by the security forces against the Rohingya as vicious and disproportionate.